Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about learning maps for the younger students. Again, this video is for you guys who've moved past the homepage design phase and you're ready to start picking up strategies for how do we actually now go ahead and teach online using this Canvas platform. So last week we had a video where we were learning about learning maps and how they could be used similar to HyperDocs in Google as a way of organizing our instruction. And we got a comment from Claudia Barros, and she asked, learning maps are cool, but how do we do this with the kindergartners? And I thought that was a really good question, and so we're kind of brainstorming a little bit and going back and forth trying to figure out how does a learning map work with kindergartners. And so we're going to look at one particular standard today. We're going to do a learning map for the Common Core Standard RLK6, Reading Literature, which is basically asking the kids to be able to identify the author and the illustrator of a book. So I thought that was a great idea. Let's look at learning maps for kindergartners. So in our video today, we're going to talk again about what exactly is a learning map, or HyperDoc if you're using the Google platform, and then how can I use it with younger students, and how can I download this module into my Canvas so that if I do have younger students, I can go ahead and start editing and creating my own content. Another question I got in the comments a lot was about how to edit the banner in Canva. So I will make another video after this one just to talk about how to edit the banner in Canva. Okay, let's head over to the module that we've created. So we've got our practice class going, and inside the practice class we have a button for course modules. So I'm going to go ahead and go to course modules. And then I've got this new one that we have in here now that is our module for the kindergarten learning map. And so this module has the title, Kindergarten Learning Map Example for authors and illustrators. And then it has a header that is not clickable, nothing happens there, it's just information. It gives us the standard that we're working on. So this particular standard is identify the author and illustrator of a story. Okay, let's go ahead over to our learning map and see how this would look for a younger student, kindergarten, first, second. Okay, similar to the other learning maps, it definitely starts off with a banner that gives us a little bit of information or visual clue as to what this lesson is going to be about. So it says authors and illustrators, it's got a picture, people writing, and then some drawing. Another person in the comments said that they weren't comfortable using pictures because they didn't work with the immersion reader, and I thought that was a really good point, and so I did a little bit of research and I found out that they do work with the immersion reader. That all you have to do is appropriately name them. So actually I'll remind myself to show you at the end. That was a really easy fix because I do think the visuals are important online, and I know that obviously they can hear it and read it is important too. But we can do both, so I'm going to show you that. It was a real quick fix, it didn't take too long. Okay, so we know that the learning map has specific sections, and the first section being identifying what's the point. Remember, a learning map is your home page for your unit plan. So this unit plan works on the standard of authors and illustrators. Okay, to give a little sneak peek for the kids, the sneak peek is something that they do without you, that they look at to get engaged on the topic and then activate their prior knowledge. We've got an anchor chart here that kind of gives a little visual clue as to the illustrator and the author. We have definitions, the illustrator draws the pictures, the author writes the words. And then we have something to activate their prior knowledge. This video here is really cute. It goes over all the parts of a book.
It has many parts, so let's take a look at the pictures for you to see.
I thought it was great, so we added that. And these are the items that they do before your live lesson. So on their own, they come in, they find out the goal, they see a little bit about it, and they watch some kind of video to activate their prior knowledge. And then they have their live lesson with you. For the live lesson, you do want to try to give them a little bit of a teaser and make it interesting. So yes, you're giving them the information. hey guys, this is where it's at, here, click here, this is the time. But you also want to give them like a reason to attend. So I put bring one book for show and tell and a book buddy stuffy. We're going to read a written book written and illustrated by Mo Williams. So for me, all of those things are engaging. I get to bring a toy to class, awesome. I'm going to bring my own book and share it out, awesome. And Mo Williams is amazing. So if I'm a kid right now, I think I'm pretty excited about your lesson. When you're done teaching, you've done your read aloud and you've gone over examples. I don't think in kindergarten you probably wouldn't be doing breakout rooms, but you know, if you have a teacher's aide or somebody who comes in for support, maybe you do breakout rooms and give everybody some individualized attention there. And then you're going to come over to where the kids are doing something on their own. So now they've taken the knowledge that you've given them and they're going to apply it. And so in the practice section, I always like to give the kids a choice. So here we have a choice board. They can either draw the cover of the book that you read to them, the maybe Thank You by Mo Williams or something like that, or they can draw their own book cover. And it's important that they include the written by and the illustrated by, just kind of proving to you that they understand one is the author and one is the illustrator. Okay, now for the gallery, we know that we have to, once the kids do an assignment, we have to give them an opportunity to show you. We have to give them an opportunity to get feedback on their assignment. They have to get praise from you. And so one of the best ways to do that is a gallery. So you can choose for them to be able to click and put it on a discussion board where they can maybe take a picture of their assignment and put it on the discussion board, and then kids can go in and maybe because it's kindergarten they're not commenting on it, but I put that they can put a thumbs up. Or they can also leave a video clip. So they can make their own Canvas Studio little recording of them saying, wow, I really like what you did, you know, the tree, whatever, the dog is cool, I would read that book. So they can leave video clip feedbacks as well. All right, let's go back to our module here. So we've got the gallery of amazing work, and then the last thing is that the students level up. And so the level up is to kind of like do an extension activity, and usually we have 2 extension activities inside the level up for that standard. So for one, we're going to have the next day, the media specialist is going to join us on our Zoom, and she's going to be live on location from the media center, and she's going to be pulling some books out, some of her favorites, and then going over the author, the illustrator, the author, the illustrator, and maybe read to them a book. Kids love us as teachers, but they have so much excitement and joy when a guest speaker pops in. It's really engaging for the students, so I always like to have my level up to try to be, like if this is my Friday activity or my something like culminating, to have a guest speaker or virtual tour, field trip, something different. And then after they've had the meeting with the media specialist, then we're going to watch they have like a level up video. You can have the level up videos be something they do on their own if they want information, or you can do it with them. And I've also put down at the bottom here, people are asking like, how do I customize, you know, these buttons here? How do I customize the banner at the top for my next lesson? And so I put the links down there to my Canva team so that you can customize it. And that is what my next video will be about. Okay, so now that you like this module, you say, okay, I could see how I might be able to work with this for my kindergartners versus 2nd grade. You probably want to know how to download it. So to download it, we're going to go into Commons. Okay, and so you're going to search, and you're going to just type in my name, and my name is Angela Lawrence. And I've got a couple different things down here that you can download. This practice class for some reason got deleted, so I ended up putting it on here again. It's the same practice class. But this is the learning maps for the older students. So if you don't teach kindergartners, if you teach an older grade, the learning map in here had a template and an example for a science class, they were learning about invasive species. But if you are trying to figure out the kindergarten stuff, you're going to be downloading this one here that says Learning Maps K. And then you would just go ahead and choose Learning Maps K. Okay, and then you're going to choose Import Download, and you're going to put it in whichever class you want to put it in. I'm going to put it in my classroom. And then you're going to go down to the bottom and select Import into Course. Oh, there it goes. And then it gives you that green bar so you know you're good. You've successfully started the import, and within a minute or two you'll be able to go in and take out my stuff, edit it out, and put in your own content so you can start creating kindergarten learning maps for all the standards that you're working on. And I probably would only do, you know, the first maybe 2 weeks, see how it goes, because we know that we have to adapt to our students, so we don't want to plan too far out. Your learning maps should always be tailored to the kids that are in front of you. Thank you guys very much for listening in. I hope that was helpful for our subscriber who asked about it. And next time we'll be doing the Canva buttons, and then we're going to have a couple more going into items that came from my book. So I will show you here. My new book did come out. It's How to Teach K through 12 Online. And there's 20+ strategies in there, and so I'm going to be making a video for each strategy. But if you want the book, it's 99 cents on Kindle. You can get all the strategies at once. So thank you guys so much again for tuning in, and I appreciate you subscribing. Thank you guys, and see you next time.